Try another one. Duse M, PT. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Jump on it, jump on it.
Jump on it, ride it like Jackson. The hell spoken that loud, lace the yak with mouth. Make your mama proud, popping it like shot. Turn up, it's a gangster party.
PT, ain't never popped a Mari, but if I ever catch Mac, I'ma pop a Holly. I don't even rob a cop the Harley. Blowing so much green, I shame Marley. Yeah, I push the line to its full limit. Hit the hole like 22, boy, I'm a young image. Nothing go like snow, now that's a cold image. Still whistling, sending, knocking them white women. Only reason I do it to avenge image. To the day they go before any box me out. Knowing me, it don't matter, I simply take my route. On my hobby.
West. Welcome to the Damu Kiwe Conversations. The voice of the West Coast. The voice, the home of the culture. It's Duse M, the Damu. We right back at you. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to take y'all through something real quick, right? And let's get straight to it, man. Y'all bang that like button on y'all way in. I'm gonna let y'all know why I am. Damn. Duse M, man. We're gonna get into a lot about the business. This is what we don't really talk about. We talk about gang business, huh? Gang business shouldn't even have no place on the internet. I don't really talk about too much of the brims and the gang business. I don't even let y'all know who Eminem was. You guys know me as Duse M. But Duse M, in all of his capacity, y'all don't even really know him. So, y'all, I wanted to get to this post on ActiveChuckss.com. Y'all make sure y'all go on over there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the website. We got some exclusive merch coming and all of that also, you know. But when you go on there, there's a post, how Duse M. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? To the content. How Duse M took an independent song to international platforms, right? Y'all probably didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? This was posted the other day. There goes the link to MTV IT, viral street promotion, international digital indexing, lessons for indie artists. These is all the things that I can assist you with, right? Because I've been there. So this is Testi Canzoni, MTV, Italy. So not only was this a street anthem, the Brim Blood anthem, the dance anthem, not locally and regionally, shout out to the Brims in New Jersey, Brick City, MMB, FTB, 36th Street. Shout out to the Brims in New York, FHNs, 616 Deuce, VNG. Shout out to the homies in VA. Shout out to the homies in Florida, Atlanta, Texas, Alabama. You got Bloods in 41 states. I seen that, and I also seen that it was a market to make music for that demographic, to make music for that tribe that resonated with, that could be anthems for them. But even more than that, when you have support nationally like that, it can help push you to 2.2 million views, just like the Hit Yo Brimin video on YouTube, and then it can get you right here. You know what I'm saying? Hit Yo Brimin, you know? So what we gonna do, if you see that, you see fingers, Duse M's and fingers. Me and him are the owners, the creators of the Hit Yo Brimin. The video is the B-Mix, including G Nino, Tiny Wrench, Nino Brim, and G Nut. You know what I'm saying? And we did our thing. I do teach the course on how to properly register your thing. You can get it on my website, ActiveChuckss.com, or you could get it on YouTube at ActiveChuckss, but you have to subscribe to the Student of Life. When you subscribe as a Student of Life, you will have access to properly registering your intellectual property, so you don't have to go through what we finna put y'all up now. So the post is what is 2026, man, and it's time that I take advantage and get back on my grind the way that I came in the door. So that's the way I'm going in, right? So how Duse M took an independent song to international platforms. This was the post. Viral street promotion. Oh, it was everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. So we'll close that one out. Y'all seen that post, right? And then you got let's go ahead and find this real quick. So let's go here. So we get the building up momentum, right? We attracting everybody's attention. Then out comes Bang That Volume 3. All right? Y'all see that? Nipsey Hussle, YG. So this is released in 2016. Bang That Volume 3, right? You got Whoopin', which is another song that I have secured interest in, featuring the artist I manage, AOB Finger. Shout out to bro, right? You got Snoopy Blue, rest in peace. You got Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, and YG, fuck Donald Trump. But if you pay attention right here, you see Hit Your Brimin. You know what I'm saying? Hot Nigga, YDM Mix, that's Fingers on that also. Beautiful World by Spider-Loc. Real Bitch featuring Panda, Beautiful World remix with Spider-Loc, Ain't No Bompton featuring G-Dub, Feeling Myself featuring Joe Moses in the Game Cracking. So this was a compilation of trending hip-hop artists out of the West Coast artists at that time. So this is on Amazon in Mexico, right? I made them turn it into English, right? And it's no longer in stock. You want to know why? Because I served what's called a DMCA takedown notice for copyright, right? So this was in Mexico, and they were selling this for $9.98. You know what I'm saying? $9.98 without my permission. I don't know if they had those other guys' permission. That's not even my interest. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. That's not. Spider-Loc told me that they didn't have his permission, right? So these people would take your music, bro. You know what I'm saying? So that was Mexico, right? And now we're going to go to Delaware. Let me make sure y'all can see. I mean, Denmark. Let me make sure that y'all can see that y'all can. So I'll fix it real quick for y'all because I had to click on the link. I thought it was already on there, right? So here it goes, right? Let me take off my glasses. So this is Amazon Denmark, DE, right? We're going to accept this. Bang That Volume 3, right? Nipsey Hussle, YG, fuck Donald Trump, boom, boom, fuck Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? They was ahead of the game. They already knew fuck what he was talking about. They was riding with the essays. Let's go. But yeah, internationally, $9.98, American money. You got all of these people who we don't know exploiting my intellectual property, right? Fingers doesn't understand the business aspects. That's why he had me as his manager. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in jail. Y'all forgot. I'm in jail, bro. When this was released, I was incarcerated. I slapped on my whole bitch. You know what I'm saying? Went to jail. And that's not nothing to be proud about. In fact, I'm ashamed of it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I know what I signed up for. That come with the territory. So while incarcerated, I realized I wasn't getting the dude who published the actual video, the remix, G-Nut, I gave him, for him to be able to publish it, I gave him 3 contingencies, right? He didn't fulfill none of them. He didn't pay for the video. I had to pay for the film for the video. He didn't pay for the Hummer. He didn't pay for the expenses. He didn't pay for nothing, right? Which was what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to also register everything under my publishing company. Yard Down Music, shout out to the homies. They didn't have a publishing company. They were registered as a record company, a LLC, but they weren't registered with ASCAP or BMI. I've been registered with ASCAP since 2003. You know what I'm saying? So I told him he had to do that. He had to copyright all of the registration that I teach now. I told him he had to do that. He assured me that he was going to do that, and then I think he was supposed to release the Face Down song, which I helped executive produce. I put Ty Dolla $ign. He didn't know Ty. Asked him who put him on the phone with Ty Dolla $ign, right? To have Ty Dolla $ign do a song with Yard Down Music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we was on. Because I put it together, he jumped on it. G-Nut jumped on. I thought he would put Fingers on or G Telly on, because those were the 2 signature artists. It was 2 sides of Yard Down. We all one family. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We all come up out the same neighborhood. But I'm talking about as far as music-wise, you had YDM Fingers, who is now AOB Fingers, right? Who was more of a commercial artist. He had the Fingers family, right? And then you had Yard Down the Gladiators, which was G Telly. He was more of a lyricist. He was more had more credibility in the street. Shout out my bro G Telly, rest in peace, Gladiator Nino. And they both come from fathers who were gladiators. If you know what that is, you know what that is. And on 36th Street towards Jefferson, 36th and 35th, before the Fruittown Brims expanded to what they is today, that was gladiator territory. From 37th on to King, that was LA Brim territory. So they come from the stocks of the gladiators. So Gladiator Nino, Gladiator Telly, their fathers and uncles and were all gladiators. Shout out to the young Glads. I come from the Brim stock, LA Brims. You know what I'm saying? So my pops is a Brim, 37 Drive headquarters. You know what I'm saying? My uncles, you know what I'm saying? My little brother, you know what I'm saying? So that's the 2 different branches of the same tree. And it was also came down to that when it came to Yard Down Music. So G-Nut doesn't do none of that. He told me that he did. I'm waiting on my royalty check. I'm in jail and blew up on my bitch. Fuck you, I don't need you. This and that. I'm smelling myself. Hit Your Brimmins at 1 million views. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there smelling myself. You know, Crips coming in there like, hey man, on the bus when we going to the P. Hey man, your homies got this song out right now, man. It's classic, man. That's my ringtone. I'm like, yeah, what the Hit Yo Brimin. I'm like, oh yeah, that's my song. No, I like it too, bro. I said, no, bro, that's my song. That's me. He like, what? I said, bro, you didn't see me in the video in the Hummer and with the glasses? Oh, cuz that's you. Oh, gangsters, Broadway's Hoovers, they loving it, right? So I understood how it went viral. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. This is how my phone rings. Hello?
This is Global Telelink. You have a prepaid call from an incarcerated.
So he don't do nothing he was supposed to do as far as the thing. I'm in the county I'm in the penitentiary. I made it to North Kern. I finally seen the video. The gang unit in Wayside had let the homies, because they do like pulls, right? So say a dude came with me, he was from East Coast. That's neighborhood crep, right? So when he come in, he come into the blood dorm, the homies ran him. You know what I'm saying? The Hoovers, the gangsters, they gonna run him. He ran 3 fades. Then the little nigga from 40s caught his back fades. He got knocked out. But solid little nigga. I liked him, you know what I'm saying? But he slept right next to me. But the nigga from Coast that came with me ran his 3 fades. So once you run your fades, it's program time. You ain't gotta be buddy, but it's gonna be a lot of respect earned for you because you did what you was supposed to do. Win, lose, or draw. You know what I'm saying? Even if Duse is your worst enemy by gang politics, you know what I'm saying? So when the homies they go to go give the list of who's staying after you run your fades, they'll ask you, hey, you want to stay here or you trying to go over there with your homies? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they get the option. They be like, oh, I'm programming. Fuck it, I'm already here. I don't want to be around a bunch of homies. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I could program by myself. I'll stay over here. Like the little nigga from 40s. You know what I'm saying? Just so he could get back phase and make sure nobody don't do no other neighborhoods dirty. You know what I'm saying? So when they went, the gang unit played the Hit Your Brimin video for the homies, so they came back like, oh, we seen you, superstar blood. Da, 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 da. I'm like, what you talking about? Like, man, they showed all of the reps, the motherfucking Hit Your Brimin video. So I'm like, okay, the police already on it. But anyway, so I'm like, man, this shit didn't happen. I checked my ASCAP membership page. I don't got, for publishing, I ain't got no check, and for songwriting, I ain't got no check. So here you see prison letters from Kern Valley State Prison, Amazon, right? And then this one is YouTube. I filed lawsuit in pro se. Pro se means representing myself on copyright law. You know what I'm saying? I represented myself. I mailed those letters out with indigent letters. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I need my money. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And so I mail that out. I'm litigating. I'm studying. I'm learning copyright law to enforce. Hey, come here. Sit down. You don't go up in there to enforce it. So here you go. Lamonte Sims versus Amazon.com. $1 billion company. Amazon. Right? But it ain't just Amazon. If you pay attention, YouTube was also a what you call it, as well as John Doe's 1 through 50, SoundCloud, and a bunch of other different apps. You know what I'm saying? That were wrongfully using my music, whether it was for the YouTube video, Hit Your Brimin, or whether it was with the Bang That Volume 3, or even the movie, right? So let me pull this link up first, and then we'll go to this documentary that came out, right? And hold on, here we go, right here. Hold on, my mom calling me. My brother called me, then my mom called me. Right? So what we could do, we can let me see how I can share this with y'all. What is y'all seeing right now? Okay, y'all ain't seeing nothing. Let's see if I can share this right now with y'all. This is no. Oh yeah, I gotta figure this out. Hold on, let me pause this. Yo, what up, bro? Nah.
him compose in just a minute that he can cooperate with the police.
That's what you just sent me?
Yes, bro. It's the big trapper. It's big trapper dealing with that. You don't want to actually can't phone shit you at.
All right, I'll check it out. I'm recording right now. All right. Jeez, we got the content. But yeah, we'll get back to the content right now. But so I'm finna let y'all know a little bit about me, right? For those who don't know, y'all see me podcasting. I always got the content. Like tonight, we on Crackhead Eddie. Tonight, we're gonna react to whether or not Loose Cannon is snitching, even though I don't know why that's such a big thing that Whack 100 and all of his groupie YouTubers want to run as if this is groundbreaking information. It must have been real thirsty in these YouTube streets. We're gonna get to that, Crackhead Eddie, and we're gonna get to Whack 100's obsession with Duse M. So Lamonte Duse M's Sam Sr. Lamonte Sr., professionally known as Duse M's, is an American hip-hop artist, a media producer, and an entrepreneur. He is the founder and chief executive officer of ActiveChuckss Entertainment, an independent entertainment company providing artist services, marketing, and media promotion, production. Sims gained recognition for the single hit Yo Brimin, which achieved viral street popularity and international digital platform exposure, and for directing and executive producing the documentary Whack 100 and the Snitch Allegations, which garnered millions of views prior to its removal following legal action. Early life and education. Sims began pursuing music in the late 90s. In 1998, he was selected to perform in the Best in the West showcase by Los Angeles radio station 92.3 The Beat, an event sponsored by Budweiser, marking an early milestone in his career. He later attended Victor Valley College, majoring in business management course. His studies included Business 100, Marketing 101, Managerial Accounting, and Interpersonal Communications. Sims has stated that he applied these business and marketing principles directly to his independent music career, using strategic promotion, audience segmentation, and grassroots marketing to build local and regional recognition. See, this is what they not going to tell you about Duse M. See, this is what they're not going to tell you about Duse M's done. They going to say he's just a gangbanger. Yeah, gangbang. I went to youth authorities for that. When I did that, I was 16 years old, 17 years old. When I went to youth authority for catching the opposition in my neighborhood when I was gangbanging. I paroled, right? So under investigation, never convicted of any other crime, went back on a few violations. On top of that, I eventually get caught up and go to the Fed, right? For bank robbery. That's a money getter. That's not a gangbanger. Even though a lot of gangbangers did rob banks in that era, you know what I'm saying? That was the era of robbing banks. But back to what it was said, it said, performed at the Best in the West, sponsored by Budweiser, right? So here's JJ Howard. That's who put on the Best in the West. And let's go to his IG real quick, right? Let me see, JJ Howard, right? So we're gonna go on JJ Howard page, who put it together. Matter of fact, we could just go to the website. How about that? That's even better. You know what I'm saying? He got to upgrade that, but he really was the plug. This is who introduced me to L.A. Reid. 1998, I performed in the Best in the West, one of only 50 artists. So when you say Best in the West, you're talking about what y'all call America's Got Talent, or one of those shows where it's talent shows. And but specifically, the Best in the West was the best R&B and rappers, right? So it was sponsored by Budweiser 92.3 The Beat, right? So let's see what it say. J.J. Howard, the Best in the West. Can y'all see this? Let me make sure y'all can see that. Okay. So J.J. Howard, the Best in the West. Whether playing an instrument, producing, we'll get past all of that, right? Reality talent shows such as Simon Cowell's American Idol and Stacey Nash's America's Got Talent is nothing new to 20-year veteran J.J. Howard, who brought the concept of public opinion meets engaging entertainment to life with J.J. Howard's Best in the West talent show back in 1989. The Best in the West, a J.J. Howard produced show, originated in Inglewood, California at Joshua's Supper Club. The talent show made up of local talent, sold out monthly and gained industry notoriety, propelling ticket sales and attendance. That's when JJ knew that there was a need and a market for the Best in the West. The events had to move to Hollywood venues, including Carlos and Charlie and the Musicians Institute in the House of Blues. I performed at the Musicians Institute, where for 2 years in a row, the competitions were sold out. Budweiser was the first to sponsor Best in the West. That's who sponsored the Best in the West I performed in. I competed to perform in. As the event grew in notoriety, other Fortune 500 companies saw the value and began to partner with JJ. These partnerships led to additional promotional talent show opportunities to include Pepsi Cola, Pepsi Gotta Have It Talent Search, and BMI Showcase, making Howard one of the most sought-after show producers of the 90s. Celebrities, comedians, athletes, and future stars such as Jamie Foxx, Yvette Wilson, Dr. Dre, Robert Townsend, The Boys, Kiki Shepard, and the late Mick Trouble and Faison Love were all included in the Best in the West. Since the days of the Best in the West, total confidence in his works and Rolodex, over thousands of accumulated contacts, Howard, a professional, driven creative producer, is a fixture in and an asset to the entertainment industry. Some have even heralded him as a Renaissance promoter. He was. And salute to him. He was one of the first person that believed in me. Shout out to my homeboy Cudahy. You know what I'm saying? KD. You know what I'm saying? KD also believed in me. In fact, he was there to support me. He had just a few records. That's who I signed my first deal with. It was word of mouth for an album or whatever. And I did the Still I Live album. And I performed, I think it was Fools Be Shady. You were supposed to perform one song, maybe a song and a half. I ended up doing 3 songs, right? They loved me that much. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I wonder if he got that footage. I would love to show y'all in 1998. So when you get a dude like Whack 100 that tells you, oh, he been trying to be a rapper, he ain't in the industry. He came around in 2001. I was already 3 years into my first performances. Martini Lounge. But anyway, music career, hit your Brimin in early recognition. Sims achieved widespread attention with the single Hit Your Brimin, which became associated with a popular street dance and circulated widely on digital platforms and social media. The song was hosted on YouTube via the Yardown Music Inc. channel, where it accumulated more than 2 million views prior to its removal. The song also received international platform exposure, appearing on MTV Italy's music and lyrics platform, where it was listed as part of the album Bang That Volume 3, MTV Italy archive listings. It's archived. MTV listings. Sims later asserted his ownership of the copyright and publishing rights to the work and filed infringement claims against multiple digital platforms, including YouTube and Amazon, alleging unauthorized monetization. He later reached settlement agreements in connection with those claims. Kanye West posted the hit Yo Brimin. I'll show y'all that before we go. But anyway, later releases and music range. Demonstrating stylistic versatility, Sims released music across multiple hip-hop subgenres. Street, gangster rap, hit Yo Brimin. Club, commercial hip-hop, different B-mix, featuring Joe Moses, Fat Rob, and Sire. Go run that up. Different B-mix. It'll pop up. Conscious and pop rap fusion, Light Up, featuring Brianna Marin. It's over 110,000 views on Spotify. Go run up, Light Up, over 100 and something thousand views. Just imagine doing gangster rap and getting millions of views, international recognition, and then dropping a total different type of song that's more conscious, right? More lyrical, with a metal or rock flavor, and a white girl singing the chorus and having success in that genre too. See, trying to be a rapper and actually rapping is two different things. Stop allowing these people who have no talent to dictate the narrative about you. Talent, I led with talent from the get-go. I don't need no gimmick. Media production. Oh, the single Light Up surpassed 110,000 streams on Spotify, reflecting crossover appeal beyond traditional street rap audiences. Sims has described this range as a deliberate effort to reach listeners from different social and cultural backgrounds. Media production. Sims directed and executive produced the documentary Whack 100 and the Snitch Allegations, which was released through WorldStarHipHop's website and YouTube channel. The film reportedly received more than 3 million views within 4 days before being removed following legal complaints. The takedown led to a civil defamation lawsuit titled Cash McElroy Jones versus Media Lab IA, involving the hosting platform. The documentary and subsequent litigation contributed to Sims's visibility within hip-hop media discourse. Business ventures. ActiveChuckss Entertainment. Sims is the founder and CEO of ActiveChuckss Entertainment, which provides artist management, marketing strategy and promotional campaigns, publishing administration and copyright registration assistance, online and street team marketing coordination, and media production and consulting services. He has publicly stated that he is largely self-taught in copyright law and intellectual property management, learning through direct experience, enforcing his own rights, and assisting other artists with administrative and promotional strategies. That's a fact. But I gotta add this, with all due respect. Shout out to Big Suge Knight, one of the greatest to understand intellectual property and copyrights, the value within it. He owned the rights to All Eyes on Me, Doggy Style, The Chronic, and so on and so forth. Machiavelli, some of the biggest rap records in hip-hop history. And he been giving me game. So when y'all see me chopping up with Suge, y'all think that we be on bullshit, worried about these other niggas? Nah, he giving me the game at another level. It's levels to this shit. I got a general understanding, self-taught, but Suge has also been contributing to my better understanding and how to work my hand, as you can see. Publishing and rights management. Sims operates under the publishing entity, Thugtorious G's, like a notorious thug, Thugtorious G's, which manages songwriting and publishing interests associated with his musical catalog. His enforcement actions against digital platforms have been cited by him as part of a broader advocacy for independent artists' rights and fair compensation. Bro, I'm not just a revolutionary against the police. Yeah, we need to change that. Change is the base word in revolutionary or in revolution. So yeah, that's in qualified immunity. That's one of my biggest causes, just like mental health, but also is advocacy for independent artists' rights and fair compensation. We pushing that. So through Thug Torious G's that been registered with ASCAP since 2003. Y'all don't know about it? Just Google Thug Torious G's and that lawsuit is going to pop up because Thug Torious G's is one company that does one thing. They get a check. Then that's for performance royalties. Then you got ActiveChuckss who takes care of mechanical licensing. There's two sides of publishing. So I got one for each side, and they work separately. So on that lawsuit, when you see Thug Torious G's ActiveChuckss, when you Google that versus Amazon, then you know that it's because I'm a rapper. Lamonte Sims is a songwriter, rapper, performer, artist, and a CEO. ActiveChuckss is an entity that does one thing. Thug Torious G's is an entity that does another. So there's three different people who must be paid when you deal with Duse M, right? I'm corked up, bro. Podcast and community engagement. Sims is also a host and producer of the Damu Kiwe Conversations Podcast, which discusses social issues, hip-hop culture, religion, and current events. Through ActiveChuckss, he has also participated in community outreach and charitable activities focused on youth engagement and artistic development. That's a fact. Just go on the channel. Discography, Hit Yo Brimin, Different Beat Mix, Light Up. Those are the three most notable. See also ActiveChuckss Entertainment, WorldStarHipHop, independent hip hop distribution. This is Duse M. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, I told y'all could Google that. We ain't gonna go through all that right now because I got to get to the content. But what I did want y'all to know, salute to my brother, Black Diamond. Fresno got a problem. Stand up. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. 37 minutes in. We gonna make sure we get this out for you, bro. You already know. You kept it one with me. I'm gonna keep it one with you. It's last of the Mohicans, bro. They don't make them like us no more. You know what I'm saying? So Black Diamond, this is him on Atlanta Wired. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, a legacy, and this was an article with him and his father, right? A legacy of redemption and recognition. Black Diamond, the brother did 13 years. He's doing his thing right now, right? So that's one of the little dancers. Boom! Digital tracker, radio station. Look at my boy. We broke this record. ActiveChuckss Entertainment, the first to break the record. Black Diamond featuring Compton AV. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Be true to the game, and the game will be true to you, right? So we break the record first, and knowing we wasn't gonna get paid on that podcast, they were flagging the money from YouTube. But you see, Orlando, Florida, 50. Hold on, let's see. Orlando, Florida, 93.5. The Blaze, 57 total spins. Hartford, Connecticut, 58 spins. 96 to beat Las Vegas, 64 spins. 97.3 to beat Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, 23 spins. Big Urban Sounds, Augusta, Georgia, 41 spins. Blazing New Music, this is 1 week. Blazing new music, Cleveland, Ohio, 99 spins. Shout out Cleveland, Ohio. Atlanta, Georgia, hot 104, 47 spins. If y'all in any of these places and y'all hear that, call in the radio station. Tell them you want to hear Black Diamond featuring Compton AV. Who's next? Right? Atlanta, Georgia, hot 104, 47 spins last week. Hot 107 jams. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 57 spins last week. 112 spins in IM Radio in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Shout out to Cedar Rapids, showing that love. 112. Los Angeles, KDR, 55 spins. Takedown, Tampa, Florida, 55 spins. Is it KFX, St. Louis, Missouri, 104 spins. KPTR, 53 spins in Atlanta, Georgia. KTMR, 53 spins in Charlotte, North Carolina. Los Angeles, California. Rick's XM Radio, 35 spins. And in the Zone, 88.1 in Miami, Florida, 103 spins last week. But it's more. San Francisco, Uncut Hits. That's 15 spins last week. Urban 100 Radio, Baltimore, Maryland, 44 spins last week. V100, Richmond, Virginia. Shout out to VA, 41 spins last week. WDGR, Tampa, Florida, 53 spins. Wild 98, 93. Dallas, Texas. Shout out to Texas. Shout out to Fort Worth. Shout out to Dallas. 56 spins last week. Birmingham, Alabama, 64 spins last week. Listen, bro, this is the type of independent artists that you got to support. The radio stations are supporting it. You guys got to call in and request it. Keep that traction going. This is him on the radio charts. Black Diamond, Who's Next? Featuring Compton AV, 37 on the rap charts.
Matters of honor,
right? And then right here, this is when he was Black Diamond. He was 182 on the rap chart. So, and then it goes more chart stuff. We ain't gonna stay on that because what I want to get to is bigger, right? So, if y'all haven't seen Kendrick Lamar featuring Black Diamond, February 1st, exclusive. But we gonna break that one too.
And I need y'all support. Believe
go
that the white
over
man
to
is
IG, follow Black Diamond the Word, Black Diamond the Word.
How black people really feel, and how fed up we are without that compromising sweet talk. Stop sweet talking. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. He should catch on fire and burn down.
Said he got a pulse that'll say, truth on the tongue, but we back like down in the word. Yeah.
And I, for one, as a Muslim, believe that the white man is intelligent enough. If he were made to realize how black people really feel and how fed up we are without that compromising sweet talk. Stop sweet talking. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up, he shouldn't have a house. He should catch on fire and burn down.
Said he got a pulse that'll say, truth on the tongue, but we back like down in the word.
Black Diamond the Word, man. So look, we're gonna be dropping that on the 1st, and we'll have an exclusive interview with Black Diamond the Word. But while y'all waiting on that, don't forget, linked them up with my boy Trap LA. See, when you see what they say, the game's not sold but told, that's fake. Because if I sell a nigga some game and he can't use it, the game goes for nothing. The game's not sold but told and given to those that can benefit from it the most. Black Diamond, definitely benefiting from the game that I gave him. I linked him with my guy. So Atlanta Wire,
left, new shoes,
right?
same old two-step.
USA, right? And then that's the book, Turning Pain into what you call it, New York Wire.
It goes left,
right? Lamonte Entertainment, LA Wire, he's on, right? Which one is this? Got it at the spot, Black Diamond the Word, right?
It goes left.
Go USA, hold on. We still doing hits on replay, right? The weekend, what you call it?
It goes left. Goes left, right, left. New shoes, same old two-step. Diamonds tap gaps on my crew neck. When I get a foot in my crew next. Woke up this morning at 2 checks. Bills all paid, that's a true flex.
What up, nigga?
Preacher man said I am too blessed. The only thing I ask God is who's next.
I don't really dance, I do the same old two-step. All the nigga really care about is blue checks. I swear I woke up.
It goes.
And then shout out to Thizzler, right? So yesterday, we finna get rid of all of that right now. I gotta knock out this content, right? But I just had to give it up for the brother, man, because he did some real shit. So let me go ahead and first tilt my motherfucking brim to a real one. The gang got one. I hope that y'all understand that y'all cherish that y'all value that, and y'all get out there and go support this brother. You know what I'm saying? All of those places he's on the radio, all you got to do is call in and request Black Diamond featuring Compton AV, Who's Next, and then after that, they'll be doing it that, and then he might get regular rotation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he got so many calls. On top of that, so yesterday, let me get to this real quick. Boom. Since y'all don't be paying attention, I tried to give y'all the game, but y'all want to believe the lane. You dig? CS2 back. Who he done blew up? You know what I'm saying? So we finna get to this, and then we up out of here. Shout out to Black Diamond the Word. You know what I'm saying? Black Diamond the Word turns pressure into what you call it, the Source magazine. I remember Biggie was talking about, my mom smiles every time my face is up in the Source. They used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wondering why Christmas missed us. And birthdays was the worst days. Now we ship champagne because we thirsty. Damn right I like the life I live, because I went from negative to positive, and it's all good. It's all good, Black Diamond. It's all good. You went from negative to positive. The strength and courage that it takes, the tenacity and perseverance that it takes when you're used to going to go take that money. You know what I'm saying? Going to go sell some drugs. To humble yourself, find a new way, and contribute back to your community and to the world positively is a testament to your strength as a man. Continue to lead, King. Let's get to the article and then we go. Black Diamond turns pressure into power. Now, Who's Next with Compton AV? Right? Article by Wiles Daniel. In a rap landscape that rewards flash but rarely makes room for truth, Black Diamond is stepping forward with something heavier than a moment. He is bringing a story, a mission, and a sound that feels lived in. The Fresno, California artist, Westside Rays, is the kind of voice that does not just talk about survival. He breaks down what it costs, what it teaches, and what it can build if you refuse to stay defined by it. His name is not a gimmick. It is a philosophy. Black Diamond took inspiration from a line that stayed with him. Light shining in the dark, but the darkness comprehends it not. To him, a black diamond is that idea made physical. Rare value formed under pressure. rare value formed under pressure, right? Brilliance that could still be overlooked by anyone not willing to see past the surface. That duality sits at the center of his music. Gritty realism paired with intention, street education paired with study, raw edges sharpened into purpose. Black Diamond has been making music his whole life, but he credits the last few years as the point where everything clicked, when he sat down and learned the business and stopped treating his gift like a gamble. That shit matters, because his story is not just about talent. It is about transformation. A series of bad decisions led to a 13-year state prison sentence. And instead of letting time bury him, he used it. He studied political science, psychology, socialism, astrology, biology, numerology, and history, stacking knowledge the same way most people stack regret. He left prison a different man. He left prison a different man and came home with a plan. Watching the silent chants, he spoke to himself, turned into watching the silent chants, he spoke to himself, turned into real motion, like a proud father watching his children grow. That mindset is all over his newest release, Who's Next, featuring Compton AV. It is a record that does not chase trends. It speaks directly to grown folks' energy. The hook is not about flexing for the timeline. It is about a quiet win of catching up, handling responsibilities, paying bills, and building stability. Black Diamond frames adulthood as a blessing, not a burden. And he makes room for every kind of grinder in the process. Whether you work a 9 to 5 or run a business, whether you feel ahead or behind, the song is about waking up on purpose and making a way for others. And in his worldview, faith is not an accessory, God is paramount. Musically, Black Diamond describes his sound as the embodiment of old and new, and that feels accurate. His writings lean on witty metaphors and sharp detail, but the message is heartfelt. His delivery hits with a raw lyrics, then flips into harmonic cadences that ride the beat like an instrument with a pulse. It is West Coast rooted, but not limited by geography. It is street, but not stuck in the past. It is modern, but not hollow. The record is already backed by real receipts. Who's Next, featuring Compton AV, hit #1 on the global top 100 independent airplay charts. We're not talking about #1 on the charts with all of these artists with record labels. We said global top 100 independent airplay charts. Carving the lane without waiting for permission. Add to that a growing list of media placements, including LA Wire, New York Wire, Atlanta Wire, and Showcase Magazine, Hood Nuts Magazine, plus podcast looks like the Damu Kiwe Conversation. Wait, did we hear correct? In the Source Magazine. Journalistic. And podcasts like the Damu Kiwe Conversations. And it is clear this is not a hopeful newcomer story. This is momentum. The visual for Who's Next brings that momentum to life with a Los Angeles backdrop, shot in California and produced with help from WTF Nonstop, who Black Diamond credits for bringing the vision to the screen. If you want the full experience, watch the music video now and catch how the message lands when the visuals match the intention. Same link preserved as in the original. Beyond the music, a brand is built on something deeper than image. Black Diamond is part of a powerful father and son story through Run 'em Up Entertainment, led by CEO and father Lee Taxion, the best-selling author of Justice for Maya, the true story of a father's relentless fight for his daughter. The book has hit #1 as a national bestseller on Amazon multiple times. They have been featured together on digital promo covers like for LA Wire, Atlanta Wire, and New York Wire. A generational statement that hits even harder knowing the context. A father who did 23 years, a son who did 13 years, both standing in purpose now, turning pain into platform and presenting a living example of hope, determination, and redemption by God's grace. Alhamdulillah, man. All praises be to the Most High. That is what makes Black Diamond's rise worth paying attention to. It is not a manufactured art. It is a real one. He is not selling a fantasy. He is documenting his climb. And as Who's Next continues to move, the bigger takeaway is clear. This is the sound of someone who learned how to turn darkness into definition and who is ready to shine, whether the world comprehends it or not. For listeners ready to tap in, Black Diamond's music is available on all major platforms, online and offline, anywhere music is available. Find them on Instagram as Almasi Carter and on TikTok as Black Dime the Word. Then run Who's Next back and ask yourself the same question he is asking the game. Who's next? Oh, I love the arrogance. Man, salute to the brother, man. What a powerful story. You know what I'm saying? I had to get into it to even be a part of, a small part in helping to break that record, being the first. You know what I'm saying? Before he pushed, he definitely already had a plan in play. I was part of that plan. He studied. He watched. He understand that my superpower is authenticity and credibility. That's why we don't lie over here. And we can be wrong. I'm human. But that's why we don't lie over here. That's why we don't run false narratives over here. I'm a shout out to Black Diamond. Shout out to his dad, man. Shout out to the whole Damu Kiwe Conversations team, the Blue Wrench Mob, and all of those that help support on their job in them chats. Hit that like button, share, tell a friend. It's Duse M's the dime. The Damu Kiwe Conversation. It's 2026, man. It's just another win. We out.